What's up, world? It's P.SO checking in with Nerd Era, where nerd culture reigns supreme. And this is my 2014 Best of list. I want to thank everybody for checking out Nerd Era this year. We've had some hits and misses. We've had some good followers on our YouTube page. We are now on Facebook, so please check out the Facebook page. We're doing some live events in New York City. We got our monthly movie club going on. So, look for a lot of things to grow for 2015. Some collaborations. We're going to keep this thing going, but always check for the Facebook. I want everyone who's on the YouTube page to make sure you guys check out the Facebook. So let's run right through our best of 2014 list. Here's all of my different categories. I have best movie, best director, best comic book film, best science fiction film, best action film, best animated film, best drama, and best comedy. So let's get right to it. Starting with best comedy. There wasn't too many comedies. You guys may or may not know I'm not huge on comedies. I love a good comedy. I love to laugh, but I'm not necessarily running the theaters to see all the comedies. The one that made me laugh the most this year was Neighbors with Seth Rogen and Zac Efron. I thought that movie was hilarious. My runner-up was 22 Jump Street. I also thought that movie was very funny, but Neighbors takes it for me. All right, best drama. There's a lot of great dramas this year, and I gotta go with Boyhood as my best drama. My runner-up was Gone Girl. I thought Gone Girl was really fantastic, but Boyhood ends up being the best drama. It's interesting because we're going to talk about Boyhood. A lot of people had problems with the story structure of Boyhood. They felt like it was too fragmented, that there wasn't enough narrative continuity in it. And I feel like they missed the point of the film. Boyhood was intended to be snapshots of life seen through a boy's eyes. Because if you really think about your life and you think about your memories, you don't remember it in one continuous stream. You remember it in certain instances. Certain milestones stick out to you in your mind. And that's how you kind of think about life. And that's how this film was. It was supposed to be a collection of milestones throughout this boy's life as we saw him get older. And they kind of even talk about that at the end of the film. And I think it puts everything in perspective, that little monologue he has with the girl sitting on the side of the mountain at the end of the film, where they talk about how life is just kind of like a collection of milestones. And that's what the film was. So I think it was a deconstruction of the traditional narrative structure. And a lot of people had problems with that because they were kind of missing tidbits of information, like especially with the mother, like, oh, what happened to that husband or what happened to that boyfriend? But I kind of think they're missing a point. I think the point was for it to be fragmented, and that's why I appreciate it. And that's why I gave it the best drama. Best animated film. This also was a nice year for animated films. We had ones like, How to Train Your Dragon, and one that I personally liked, Book of Life. But I had to give it to Lego Movie. Lego Movie is my #1 animated film. Starring Chris Pratt. I think that movie was just really fun. It was funny. It was interesting. It was unique. It had a nice twist towards the end. My runner-up was Big Hero 6. I really had a lot of fun with Big Hero 6. I thought it was great. I hope they make that into a franchise. Lego Movie just was the special, pun intended. If you see the movie, you know what I'm saying. That's a pun. That was just my favorite movie, animated movie of the year. Best action film, gotta give it to Raid 2. Raid 2 to me was just the best action film of the year. It had the best choreographed action. It had the best, sequences. The Raid series is shaping up to be probably one of the best action series of all time, and the Raid 2 just is another example of why this series is so good. And honestly, all action films need to model themselves after the Raid because they are doing it the best. My runner-up was John Wick. John Wick was a great surprise, starring Keanu Reeves this year. I had a lot of fun with John Wick. That's also a film I'm hoping that they make into a franchise. Looking forward to more installments of that. But unfortunately, it wasn't better than Raid 2. Raid 2 was just the shit. But John Wick is, I definitely tip my hat to John Wick. Next we have Best Science Fiction Film.